So the beginning of setting up our block puzzle file. Right now what we've got open, or you should get open, is your title block that we'll be using for these projects. First thing that you can do is save this as block puzzle piece, or block puzzle. You can put 1 if you'd like for the number, however you need to. Okay, so save. Now it's ready to go, and we've got this saved. We're not doing it over the top of our template anymore. Okay, so to establish what we need, just like what we did with the hand drawing, is we kind of located the drawings that we want. We want the top view up in the upper left, then the front view down in the lower left here, and then the right view over in the lower right. Later on we'll add in the isometric, or as a perspective. We'll do that after we do the actual 3D model of it. But for now, we just want to set up those 3 views, the orthographic portion of it. I've already established what x and y is equal to after doing the hand drawings. The difference between what you do in hand and here is that this can be as precise as we want it to be, and it can handle up many decimal points. So we can, instead of doing fractions, we can add in all of the decimals. We'll do the same process of going across the page, kind of setting up that the locations by just copying the side pieces, or the pieces that we've already drawn. So we're going to use the copy command. And again, this is kind of a repeat from creating the title block, but select the objects that we want to copy. We're only going to do one at a time. The left side, we're going to go from left to right. What we want to do is copy that over the X dimension. It still says, what else would you like to copy? So we hit enter at this point. Now this is kind of again confusing. What we want to do is give it a reference point. If we had a specific point, we could give it a point to and from, but right now it's just kind of a random location because we're just going to drag it to the right. So I've just picked right there, and then I can just pull that. It's going to leave the yellow line and then pull out a new one. We want to go to a specific location, or actually distance. So what we're going to do is type in that 2.16667. Enter. Now it's given us the exact measurement of X, and then we can give it any direction. If we hold down Shift, it'll give us the straight across at 0 degrees. Click, and oops, I got an extra one in there. Delete that, so that we've got X measurement. Now what we want to do is go over the 3 inches, which represents the length of the object. So we're going to copy again. This is good practice for learning copy. Select object, hit enter, pick a random location, drag it to the right. We want to type in 3 for the distance. Again, that restricts it to the 3 inches. Click anywhere, and now we've got the 3-inch dimension. Hit escape. Repeat the command by hitting enter or right click, and we're going to copy. Repeat the process, and we're going to go over the X dimension of 2.1667. Enter. Click. Now what we want to do is copy that one over the width of the object, which is 1. Hold down Shift. Now we've got the spacing. This is where the object will go, somewhere in here. We know it's going to be that location horizontally across, and this is the width of the right view. Okay. What we can do is verify this space to being exactly. Now before we set up dimensions to be in fractions so we can get a rough estimate, it should be 2 and 11/30 seconds. 2 and 11/64. So there, that means it's relatively accurate. Or very accurate. We could switch this back to decimal if we wanted to actually verify that, but I think I should be confident in that. Now, Y, we've got this established. Again, on paper we did it as fractions, but I just converted that to the decimal. What we can do now is copy the top of the title block up that y dimension. Copy. Select our object. Enter. Select a random location, and we want to go up 1.5 41665. Enter. Go straight up, left click, and there's our measurement here. Now we want to go up. Our maximum height of the object was 1 3/8. This is going to be a little different unless you know the decimal of 3/8. So point to copy from anywhere. As you add in a fraction after an integer, what we want to do is put in the dash. It appears like it's minus or subtracting 1 minus 3/8, but what it actually recognizes, that is 1 3/8. A space will enter it, and so it'll only put it at 1 inch. So you got to be careful with that. Put that dash in. So there's this point right here. That's where our object is going to go inside there. This is where our object will go right view. Now what we can do is the same thing for the top view. Copy. We can take this line and go down the y dimension. Copy this down the width, which is 1. And again, we can verify that that is x, or the same here, by doing our dimensions. Again, that should be the 2 11/64. There we go. So it's right on. So now we've got that established. Now remember, these lines that are on the title block, so we've actually incorrectly put these on. What we'd like them to do is at least be on that green line. If you remember from before, we're going to select these, and you can see that as I select them, there's a couple ways of selecting. If you left click, you can select them. What we want to do is from the lower left go up to the, or lower right go up to the we'll go left in general, and you'll see that the window that we're creating has a dashed line, and I can select everything that those lines are touching, as well as everything inside. If we were to go the other direction, we get a solid. What it would do is select everything that's only on the inside. So select, and we want to change the properties of that. So our property button is this rainbow circle over here. We click on that, layer, change that to guidelines. We're going to exit out of that, and then